see how it is.
I didn't mean that to happen, but
I'm the quarterback over here.
But that shit's literally under the net now.
I'll get it. We can't even hit it for the. It's good. It's there.
I just want
Keep it there. It's gonna get nice and hairy.
Damn, dude, I think you pushed it further. Oh no. Damn, dude, karma.
I'm
trying to tell you something, bro. They're like, yo, dude.
It's like, leave me.
Yeah.
I was happy down here.
It's like that motherfucking soldier that can like easily be saved, but like just wants to die in battle. So he's just like, leave me. And they're like, dude, we have like a fucking car and like, you know, like we have like 20 million guys.
The helicopter's right here.
Like, you're saved, man. Like, you are saved. And he's like, leave me.
The bullet only
it grazed his leg.
Grazed your calf.
Yeah. He's like, he won't even bleed out. He would have to sit there and bleed out for the next like 27 days, dude, to actually die. He's like sitting there.
He's like dying out of starvation, bro.
People are like coming to see the war sites, like sightseeing, and like he's still there dying.
Do you need food? This is the guy who was here. He got a crazy bubble. He's still dying.
He would just leave him little rice cakes.
There's like a sign right next to him type shit.
Bahala, bud. He's trying to get there.
On my way.
On my way.
One more thing before we get going is I only have one microphone, right?
Okay.
And what it kind of allows me to do, or what doesn't allow me to do, is like if I had multiple mics, I could, like if we were talking over each other, I could cut or lower people's voices after the fact so you could hear each other, right? I don't really have that freedom with this because it's not tracking like your voice. It's tracking all our voices.
Just try to
so just try to like you know, take turns when speaking. I know it's a little tough when we get like going and we're like joshing around. And I'll say something a few times because I can hear the microphone, so I know what's like kind of going on. But just keep that in mind.
Yeah,
dude. But Booyakasha, what the fuck's up, dude? I really shouldn't start it like that. I did it like last time. It was so fucking gay. What's up? Welcome to the podcast, Fuck the School Radio. We're back at it again, dude. Adam's back. Sam's here, dude. Fucking first time appearance / actually low key second time. I used to do a lot of test footage when I was like creating the beginning. So he's kind of on the Instagram. Episode 0, motherfucker. Episode negative, low key, because episode 0 is on YouTube. Actually, it's just there's no video for it. And then everything else now is on Spotify and YouTube, and there's video. There's even video on Spotify. It's so cool. I didn't even think so, but I don't know. It's lit. But
Joe Rogan has that too.
No, dude.
There's no point.
I didn't think I could do it. I thought like Joe Rogan had a contract where he could only be the one person to put his stuff up on there. But then I started realizing other podcasts could do it, and I don't know where mine started doing it too. And I was like, nice.
Mr. Ball, he's like this scary video animator. He does that shit too. I mean, it's a good little tool. You know, you can just like chill at the crib and listen to podcasts instead of having to always like look at it. You can put it on when you drive a car. Spotify's move.
Yeah, dude, for real. And honestly, dude, like especially with the way that media's going, like I just feel like more and more motherfuckers just don't watch. Not even like for like any, let's say like, there's no like political or any sort of like value-based reason why they're watching less traditional media. There is, but I think more so it's just like people are watching their phones. They're just on their phones more. They're not watching TV. Like less people are watching TV unless there's a football game or something going on. Like more people than ever on YouTube. It's just like I'm just not. You know what I mean? It just when you go Spotify have so many of these shows from creators. It's like becoming the new YouTube in a sense, or next place where people are gonna go to just like dive deep into.
People are like zombies these days, man. Like these days, they don't even want to pay attention to a video, bro. They have to be on their phone at all times. So like, I feel like Spotify just tries to clutch because people can be on social media while they listen to shit. Mm-hmm. It's kind of crazy how the world's going, man. Everybody just has to be on their phone 24/7.
Yeah.
The stimulation.
It's also wild too. Like, is that like we use different terms to kind of really just determine how long something is. So like, technically this is a video. But, like, I have the freedom to make this longer than, like, 15 to 20, 30 minutes. Because if you're going to watch a video, that's what you think. You know, 5, 10, maybe 30 minutes. I call it a podcast. I can do 1 to 6 hours, you know, whatever. Joe Rogan does, like, fucking long-ass ones. I don't have that fucking stamina. But, like, now that people are watching, like, those long-form conversations, that's a wild new thing, kind of. The difference, like, we're not just, like, just YouTube scrolling, you know what I mean? Like people are just consuming hours of podcasts. It's not like a movie. It's like it's weird.
This might actually surprise you, but listen to my first Joe Rogan podcast like 2 or 3 days ago.
What'd you think? Which one did you watch?
I watched the one with Bob Lazar because you know I love my boy Bob.
Getting conspiratorial, huh?
Yeah. I was just like, dude, it was like the weather was nice, dude. First day of fall, I feel like. So I was just went on a hike with the bridge. I was like, dude, I need like a good ass podcast. Like I was like planning on hiking for like 2-3 hours. So I was just like, okay, I'll listen to one of Joe Rogan's. And dude, I thought I was gonna listen to like 2 or 3 of them, dude, over the course of my hike, but I only ended up listening to one because they're like fucking 2 hours long, dude. I was just like, what the fuck. But it was great, dude. It was great, dude.
I feel like it's really healthy. Like podcasts are actually really good in my opinion because it's really healthy in my opinion. To listen to like all these successful people's opinions and like just kind of listen to like podcasts. You have like 2 people, right? Joe Rogan really knows a lot of these people really well. When he talks to them, they really have like a friendship conversation, right? So you can really see how a lot of these really successful people, how they act in front of their friends, kind of know what they talk about, and their like deeper insights. I feel like podcasts really help you. The reason why I listen to a bunch of different podcasts is because if you go on Joe Rogan, right, and you listen to like Elon Musk, like fucking even David Cho, who's completely different from anybody else. He's a real abstract thinker. You can really get insights and different opinions. Yeah. So like I feel like it makes your brain grow a lot. That's why I love podcasts. Yeah.
I was gonna say earlier, but I thought it wasn't gonna be like that. I don't know if it was a big point, but you kind of brought us in that way. So, but another reason I think too is like everything is going to like 6 seconds, smaller and smaller and smaller, and it's like you sit down for 2 hours.
It gives you at least like even like Sam was saying, like if you're on your phone, dude, and you're like going through social media, at least you have somewhat of an attention span because you're sitting and listening to something for a couple hours, or like even if it's just an hour, dude. But I like Joe Rogan's podcast. So it surprised me. I thought it was going to be, I don't know. I guess I just thought, like, because he was saying that, like, he really does get these, like, big names on, and he gets them to come on the show, and he talks to them as, like, a friend. And, like, I listen to a lot of Jordan Peterson. And Jordan Peterson always says about Joe Rogan is because why his podcast is so successful and why he's so successful is because he's not afraid to ask a stupid question.
He's a great conversationalist. He can make, like, hard questions seem really,
but you guys y'all gotta realize that, sorry, I didn't interrupt you, but he's been doing that for, like, 10 years.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen any of the ones he started on. It's rough.
It's probably awkward, yeah.
Well, dude,
I've seen him fucking baked and just on doing so many drugs in the first one.
Yeah.
After a while, they like realized that they were like picking up steam and they're like, oh shit, we should probably get serious about this.
Yeah. A lot of people watching it, you can't really like do a lot of drugs in front of kids and all that stuff. But I mean, he's just a really, really good conversationalist. That's what I really think about him. He's able to like even new people that he doesn't know, like he'll make friends. Like he's basically a great salesman because like he gets like these people in front of him that are like super high, you know, and he makes friends with them in less than like 10 minutes. Yeah. It's crazy, dude. Like he can talk to them. And he can go into topics like he can talk to people that are socially completely awkward, and in front of him they look like they're just like they're like socially like
adept, yeah.
You know, exactly. Yeah. So it's super interesting, bro.
I agree, man. Yeah, like even he definitely does some grace on what's his name? The guy who's out in Russia, Lex Friedman. Because Lex is like he's kind of like a little bit of a socially awkward guy. But I feel like I think that. And I think it's one of the problems with his podcast is it just doesn't feel like he's like very robotic. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of human. I don't want to say human, but he just needs to put more emotion into it. I feel smart ass guy, great conversations, but it just doesn't feel like a human sometimes. And I think Joe Rogan's podcast with him kind of helps like really bring that side out of him. Yeah. And people like start. I think that's why people started liking him more because like oh shit, like he's not just some like numbers, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's like he actually has a real personality behind it. Big thing is cussing. Sounds really stupid, but if you can like say like shit or fuck in front of a screen and you make it seem like it's not a big deal, like people really open up if you cuss in front of them. It's super weird, bro. Like it's such a like double standard in our society, bro. Like you're not supposed to cuss, you're not supposed to do this and that. But then if somebody actually cusses in front of you and they're actually cool, you feel like you're more connected to them. It's super weird, right?
Yeah.
Because like you can actually like see how they really feel, and it's just like that barrier of like, oh, now I'm just gonna act like the way society wants me to act in front of you. That barrier of like being like a stranger breaks down that way, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah, I try to do it in sales.
Another cool thing about swearing is that you actually can come up with responses faster.
Yeah.
Like the people who have like swear more, like dirty tongued people, they can bring out like responses quicker.
I heard people that swear a lot are actually the more intelligent people. It's pretty interesting.
It's just a wild thing to think, dude, right?
Yeah.
Some of the shit that we've been told as kids.
Yeah.
Like, don't do this, don't do that. And then you're like finding out, like, oh, it's actually, like, maybe not the worst thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think COVID's kind of pushing that, too. Like, I don't know what to say COVID, but I don't know what to say in terms of that. But back 2020, I think it really brought people out in terms of, like, I don't know, trying to, like, question stuff and then being like, we've been seeing more and more things like, I don't know, maybe this isn't as bad as we always thought.
Think about how much conspiracy theories just blew up during COVID. Like, for real. Conspiracy theories, like, bro, before that, a lot of people were not believing anything, bro. Now, bro, since COVID, bro, people believe in the craziest shit, bro. Like, people believe there's flat earthers, that community is huge as fuck now. Like, there's just so much shit that grows, dude, like, on people these days, just because of COVID, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, the flat earther shit is wild to me.
That's wild, bro. How can you believe that the earth is flat, bro?
I saw a video of these flat earthers, like, they were like, we're gonna do this kind of experiment where they're like, basically, if an hour goes by, this kind of super expensive device they brought should only read 15 degrees. But what they believe is if it goes an hour by, it's gonna be 0. And they're like, we're so confident that it's gonna be 0. They're sitting there like making a video. They're like, watch this. We're about to disprove science. Bought like a fucking one of the most expensive scientific pieces of equipment. Does the experiment and it reads 15, and they're just like, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
They're like, no, I mean this is just you know, they're fucking with us. The system. They're so they're like, what? They can't believe that the world is round.
Yeah. Like, a lot of people, I feel like they manipulated so much by these conspiracies, they just, like, they disregard anything. Like, I know there's a lot of, like, shit out there that is not true, that the government, or, like, a lot of, like, other things that they just kind of, like, blow up. I know a lot of things are probably not true, but there's common sense. You know, like, certain things just make common sense, bro. If you think the earth is flat, or you just go into, like, deeps like that, something, in my opinion, not really that anything's wrong with you, but golly, dude, like, check yourself real quick, you know what I'm saying? Like, like
it's like there's a difference between like conspiracies and like creepypastas.
Yeah.
You know, like creepypastas are just stories we tell online to be like, that was a creepy story. That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Totally made
I get exactly what you're saying.
I mean?
Yeah, that was a great way of putting it.
We just conflate the fuck out of it too.
Enjoyed that
Little blast from the past, creepypasta. Haven't heard that word in a while, right? Cryptoid, you want that one? Cryptoid. Is that the word? Cryptoid?
Dude.
Cryptic, yeah. Be like some cryptic shit.
Kryptonite?
Yeah, but it's like people conflating like, because the idea of conspiracy is like there's conspiracies every day in a sense. Like, you know, a scandal with a president, or there's always, these are conspiracies, you know what I mean? Like,
something.
it's like something that's kind of on the middle, you know what I mean? That's kind of really, if you say something's conspiratorial or something's got, like, there's a conspiracy with something, it's just because it's like very highly controversial. It's very, you know, he say, she say, on the middle, who knows, you know what I mean? And I think that's, you know, obviously there's big videos and conversations, people being like, you know, we shouldn't be calling this shit conspiracy theories and some shit, because like, it just is a bad light. Just the way that people use the word conspiracy theory, it doesn't do it right. And then people start conflating shit, right? They start misrepresenting what creepypastas are. What we know is just like, you know, like you said earlier, if you start fucking thinking that like Hitler didn't die and he's inside the middle of the earth chilling with the fucking, you know, the next Nazi fucking army and Nephilim giants about to fucking take over the world, you probably should check yourself, you know what I mean? Like, you're probably too deep, dude. You probably didn't realize that you started to get into the fantasy realm. Yeah.
I feel like social media is like one of those things that really helps blowing that crap up too, because these days you really don't know what to believe, you know?
Oh yeah, dude.
People just kind of like try to like figure out something. Like, they're just like, what makes most sense to me? What have I like kind of like what have I been thought about? Like sometimes I feel like there's people that had a certain thought at some point, and then they see an actual conspiracy theory with that thought, and they're like, oh, that must be right because I actually thought about it before.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like, there's so much crap with the social media these days that it's just blowing out of proportion, bro. So people just like believe all types of crap, bro, because of that shit.
And me and Colton had a conversation probably a week ago. Just kind of talking about kind of some of the alien stuff that's popping out.
Oh yeah.
And we're like, if it's real, that's dope. They told the people that aliens are real. If it's not, it's some just like misleading information. But the point is, the government doesn't really have to. They don't have to discredit people anymore. They don't really have to.
Yeah.
They don't have to tell you, like, you know, have a front of people saying like you're wrong, all this shit. They don't need to do that. They just need to fucking inflate the story with a ton of information that is or is not true.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And then having 15 million stories on one subject instead of having the one true subject. Even though it's already out there, they're like, we don't even have to fucking try to suppress it. We just got to put like 40 million stories out there that are lookalikes or kind of like it, or just lead people off, or make them look like that's a crazy line of thought. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
All they have to do. They don't even have to fucking sit there and be like suing them or anything like that.
Yeah, they just bring up more and more stuff, and then at some point it just looks like it's crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're like, this guy's crazy.
Yeah.
You know.
Which, if you, in my opinion, dude, if you don't believe that aliens are real, I don't know, something has to be wrong with you, because the universe is endless. There's endless possibilities. You know what I mean? Like, literally, like if you go into that endless conversation, like, you know, it'll go crazy for you. Because like Joe Rogan, he had that podcast where he literally talks about there's endless dimensions, there's endless possibilities. There's probably another you out there doing the exact same shit as you. Just there's one thing that is completely different. Just one thing about you might be different. There's just endless possibilities, bro. So aliens, in my opinion, have to be real. Like, if the universe is endless, how are you gonna believe that there's not another solar system with another life form on it? You know what I mean? Aliens are real, but if these aliens that they have over here, if they are real, I don't know about that one. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the best thing to do, like these days, is just kind of like hold your ground, believe stuff, like all these conspiracies that they might be real, they might not, but I'm just gonna stick with what's in front of me. Yeah. And if it's real, okay, cool, it's real. You know what I mean? Then at that point you can adapt to that. But I feel like the best thing to do is focus on what's in front of you.
So this is one thing I like to use in terms of, and this might not be the best metric of figuring out what's true and what's not true, but I like to sometimes look at like, what are the ideas that are being brought to the grand consciousness of humans, right? That's basically like the internet, social media, like all this, you know, news, what's going on, what's up, you know, like, and it's kind of centered around this idea that I think they did a study. I'm not sure they did a study or something, but they like had somebody who was born in like complete captivity or something, and this person still had an idea of what the sky looks like. They still have an idea of what grass and all this stuff kind of looks like. Some of these human things, or there's one thing where like people generally still sleep like 8 hours, even if they have no perception of like, you know, if they go to sleep and wake up, they generally still have the same sleep pattern. It's like in your body. Like there's these things that kind of come out.
That muscle memory.
Yeah, and I think the same thing kind of happens in terms of, and this is from an artist standpoint, I think the same thing kind of happens with art. Because there's times where like, there's stuff I've drawn, and like at the moment I'll be looking at it like, what the like, you know, I feel good about it, right? Like, oh, it's good, artistic piece, but it's not like there's like a cohesive thought throughout the entire thing where I'm like, this is why I did this. I put this on here because I wanted it to have this message. None of that is with my art, but I'll go through it after like a few months. And I'll go look back through some of my shit, dude, especially when I was younger, dude.
It's like an unconscious thought. Yeah.
All these things coming out, I'm like, oh my god, dude, like, I kind of was, like, dealing with, like, a lot of this shit. And it's, I think that same thing that I've experienced with my own stuff, I think that exists in, like, shit like movies and TV shows. And, you know, things like concepts like in One Piece, bro. The way the world government's put together, and then there's the shadow, and then the thing. It's like, whoa, dude, like.
Yeah, One Piece it's really crazy. If anybody ever watched One Piece, bro, they definitely understand, bro, that One Piece has a lot of crazy correlations to this world. I mean, Samuel L. Jackson said himself, One Piece is probably the greatest show ever made. Seriously. Like, there's so much stuff that plays into the show, like with government, with how they like corrupt the whole world, with how a lot of information is just missing.
Dragons above the government.
Celestial dragons above the government, which are humans, but they started like the government basically in One Piece.
And they think they're higher than people.
Yeah, they think they're higher than people, and then they have slaves, which it all plays together with the real world. You can just kind of like really draw out the correlations between that show and the real world, and how like these like the crew of Luffy and just like, you know, a lot of these people that are fighting against it. How they like unconsciously know that something is wrong, but they don't know the full information. They're just trying to find out what is wrong, you know. And I just can't wait for the show to break out, bro. You know. Yeah. I know you watched all of it right now. Luffy just beat Kaido, bro. It's lit.
Wild.
You know what I mean?
Wild, my boy.
It's wild.
Gear 5, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Knocked his ass out, bro.
Yeah, I love Gear 5 too because it's kind of like the perfect like Well, also plot hole filler. Like anytime Luffy did anything that was like, what the fuck? Like low-key, like everyone loves Firehawk Punch.
Yeah.
I just turned into anime cast. We gotta get back to the thing. But like anytime he does like any type of shit now, it's like, oh well, that makes sense.
Yeah. But it doesn't make any sense at all what he did.
When you were watching the first time, but until he got that shit and you found out like how do you fucking poison, how to survive that from impel down, all that crazy shit. It's like you're like, oh, it makes so much sense now.
Yeah. Yeah. That's foreshadow.
No, I was just gonna say, like, you know, to the viewers, if you haven't seen One Piece, go watch it, and then tell me that this man is an Usopp right here.
Nah, dude, he's not an Usopp.
He'll probably Usopp, brother. He'll probably Usopp.
Damn, dude, honestly, Usopp's pirates, his little gang, dude, right at the beginning, that's probably the most fiercest thing I've seen.
They are, bro. Like they'd probably take over if they really just wanted to set out to sea. But I feel like they just knew that they were going to get the One Piece, so it's just too easy to play that game.
Yeah, they were like,
I'm not even worried about it. I already know. I'm already confident.
Usopp like 12 years old too.
Usopp's like Texas for real.
Yeah.
Blocking the park.
But going back to my point, right? Like that, I think there's like a lot of these like subconscious things that people draw on in terms of inspiration that kind of turn out being true. Like it's just things that like maybe it's simmering on their mind or something like that. But another thing, great. I'm kind of using anime, but I feel like there's other things out there that kind of go to show. And I can use North Korea too, as an example. But like Hunter x Hunter, the idea that the world is like not, it's way smaller than we all realize. Like I'm not saying the world's flat, but I'm just saying that like if some of the shit that people have been saying about this whistleblower stuff is like true, and that like, you know, the idea that there's possibly like an intergalactic airport at one in the South Pole, and there's serious fucking energy weapons that are kind of outside of a lot of people's comprehension at the current moment, that like that just goes towards the whole idea of like the Lake Mobius, like we are living in the lake, not this vast sea that we think that's the entire world. Like we're that, and then there's just a sea around the entire globe. It's just like, no, you're in a lake, by the way, and there's more out there.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And you're just cut off because like, and this idea got more brought to me back, or brought up into me, or simmered out, because I was watching the Andrew Schultz Flagrant podcast with that girl from North Korea, and she was talking about how like when I left, like I had no clue of all of these civilizations, of human history, of because the idea that he has information so well controlled. It's like, how far does that concept go? Because I mean, we all know that our information sources are controlled, and also, at what point do you just have to, you know, make sure that these 3-4 things are not on the table? Everything else pre-game, people can eat it and all that fucking. But at what point are you just like, let's just keep, you know, these 4-3 things away? Yeah.
I mean, to me, it's just also like this, you know. Like I said, like going back to the point I made earlier. Like if you just kind of like focus on things that are not in your realm, bro, you're gonna like get caught up in it, and you're really just gonna like start like dragging all your energy towards it. So like, for example, the thing that you said with like the weapons and on Antarctica or something like that. Mm-hmm. If somebody really just focuses on the fact that there might be weapons in Antarctica. At some point, they're going to be so, like, focused on it, they're going to throw their life away just to focus on that. You know what I mean? I feel like that draws together with, like, a lot of things, like, you really don't know what's going on out there. You know what I mean? Yeah. You can get out there and you can, I guess, do your research and check it out. But at the end of the day, you really just got to focus what's in front of you. You know what I mean? Best thing to do for somebody is obviously for sure to travel to see the whole world. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, that's the best thing to do. I'm pretty well traveled, not really like a lot of other people are. But in my opinion, man, traveling and just like seeing other fucking societies, going into different countries, third world, first world, second world, see all of that type of stuff, see how different people live. That's the best thing for you to do. Not to focus on conspiracies that come through social media. You know what I mean?
I agree, but this isn't through social media. This is through like a government, like the government sitting with the multiple people from the armed forces. Like it's the whistleblower trials.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
You're good. No, it's not that. It's just that like. 100% don't get lost in the sauce. Like you gotta take everything with salt. Make sure we don't get too lost in it. But I mean, there's a point where you gotta know some. You know? Like, for sure. Especially with the rate that some of these things have been kind of coming out to be true. Like especially Epstein. Like we were all being like
the top one, the deep state, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, like that was literally probably 10 years ago. That was a funny concept to us. Like the idea that there'd be deep state government, like to a lot of us at least. Like we would be like, no, they're trying their hardest, you know. It's just really hard when everyone's trying their hardest.
It's really hard when people yeah.
That's what I literally thought probably.
Yeah, no, that's like it's just a good way to put it, dude. It's just yeah. I mean,
and I'm not gonna let that get in the way of my life, right? You gotta focus on like getting your shit done, but. I mean, the more it's just being, you know, now that people have been saying like, oh yeah, the idea, the conspiracy out there.
Right.
Trump came out and was like, yeah, we're gonna drain the funds. So and they're like, oh, what the fuck? And now like, what else should I be aware of?
Yeah. So that's the thing. There are certain people who obviously work against that. So if something becomes a reality for you, you know, if it actually like draws into your life now, then at that point, like I said, going back to that, like. If it becomes real, at that point, yeah, you can focus. If they prove it real and all that good stuff, at that point, yes, okay, like, now it's kind of a danger, you know. Now you can kind of, like, focus on that a little bit more, but if something's just a conspiracy and you really don't know if it's true or if it really is not, you know what I mean? At that point, I wouldn't really put all my energy into it. The Flat Earth is the best example, in my opinion. Like, that shit's not real. I know that for sure. But certain people that look at that stuff, They don't know if it's real or not, but then they're like, oh yeah, like they give all their energy into that. Yeah. Now with the deep state, it's fact. Like in my opinion, there's just too much evidence for it not to be real, and that's when you got to be able to kind of like conclude, hey, like this might be a real thing. Let me at this point do more research for that. Like let me check it out more.
That's like for me, what's happened in Antarctica. Like you had multiple people who are like, I've been a soldier for many years. I was a researcher. I was in the government, and they're like. Coming out with these wacky stories, and then now like I would go through and did this whole deep dive on just weird, like not even like conspiratorial stories, like just weird cases that came out of Antarctica. Very, 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 very strange things. Like people have like strange amount of murder, strange amount of rape happening in what are just research facilities, right? Like, these are research facilities. People like losing their fucking minds, like. And there's possibly some reasoning when you start drawing some of the stuff that people are saying that were in these like in front of Congress and like giving out their verdicts in the trials. That's where it gets kind of conspiratorial. But when you start matching, like you said, do more research, and you're like, okay, why is there a lot of weird shit in Antarctica, and why is it that like 90% of it's locked off for research purposes? What makes it so special? And this type of technology of researching up there, like what's that purpose, and kind of looking into the vagueness of kind of the research topics at hand. It's like, you know, you can even look at some of the files like, oh, we're doing this, and it's just like we're just trying to observe neurons. Yeah. And it's like nothing more. Like you're not gonna write like with the.
They're just doing it 24/7. That's the
we're just viewing stuff. We're just checking it out.
Like they've just been checking stuff out for years and years.
That's what like most of like this shit's like. And you're just like, but then why is like people like fucking murdering each other, and like you're also having international like research studies happening up there. Like it's not just like a U.S. or anything. It's like international research facilities. Yeah. So it's like what the fuck?
Who the hell does that? You know, right? Deep state. Yeah. Exactly. I feel like it's like this, right? If you can't make a difference about anything, you gotta just kind of like know what's up. You know what I mean?
You gotta be aware.
Be ready for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if somebody, for example, does fight against it, and you're able to kind of like fall into that regime with them, you know, and kind of like help them out. You know what I mean? At that point, you can, I guess, try and go ahead and do that. But that's really your choice. I'd rather just be ready, you know, like for anything that could happen. If I know something, in my opinion, might be real, I'm gonna know about it, and I'll know what's up. But I'm still gonna just focus on what's around me, because if it blows up, if it doesn't, you know, that's, you know what I mean? Like,
I also say it's gonna take me a lot to be like joining that front of people. Like somebody's like, yo, like come, you know, revolution. You know what I mean? It would take a lot for me, because I'm.
Yeah, you're not
just the way the world has been set up. It's like I'm not fighting pointless wars.
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, wars in general, you fight for somebody else's opinion. Like I'm gonna throw my life away for somebody that sits in an office and chills. Like, what the fuck is that, bro? Like,
that's why World War II is the only one that's like still spun in a good light. That's like the only one that like from like if you go back in history at least chronologically.
Yeah, because
that's the only one people are like actually kind of feel good about.
Yeah, because you need to put that motherfucker down. You know what I mean?
It was an actual villain. Yeah. We all were like agreeing like that's not a good thing to do. Yeah. And then we did the job done.
So people were still a little bit realer.
Exactly. And then after just.
Yeah, and that's when I think like it really started also happening. I know like the Deep State's supposed to be like a really old, but I feel like that's when it really started blowing up with like the Cold War and all that shit. You know, like when things really started drawing together. Cause
surveillance states and shit started becoming a thing. Yeah, I agree.
All that stuff, dude. you think about it now, I don't think Russia. I mean, obviously there's definitely some Russians that are part of it, but it's just kind of weird how right now there's definitely a Cold War going on. Right now there's definitely like a little Cold War going on. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but some shit's fucking going down. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree, dude.
There's so many like political like things going on right now. America hates China. Like Russia and America have basically kind of like a Cold War again. Russia goes against Ukraine. Like there's just so many reasons behind everything that we really don't know about. We only know what the news are telling us. You know what I mean?
Another thing I had to listen back to my point about like kind of using art to kind of be like, where's the human race at unconsciously. New movie by Marvel coming out, Secret Wars. It's just like, okay, kind of weird to bring that shit up. I'm biting on the story, you know, but just kind of funny that like in the midst of like all this stuff that we're, you know, Cold War that's probably most likely happening.
Yeah, I think Cold War was part of it.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, and then we're gonna have a story, like $1 billion movie on like, so it's on somebody's mind, you know what I mean?
And Oppenheimer just came out from.
Oh yeah, on somebody's mind.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's kind of confusing, man. Like.
Wild thing, right?
It's definitely wild. There's so many things you could think about. Dude.
I also think Rick and Morty kind of falls into it sometimes because I think like my big conspiracy theory, I guess, where I'm a conspiracy theorist, where I'm like the kook with the fucking thing on, is that I truly believe that there is technology of seriously high caliber and advanced levels, like, and not just like aliens.
I don't think our government has that shit.
Yeah, I think we've been developing like since before the idea of like alien technology came down. I think we've been having like there's people that have some seriously fucking insane shit.
Because scientists just disappear and shit too.
Yeah, but fucking there's if you go to the patent office and read the reasons why something can get flagged, like a piece of technology, patent bill or the basically what says it's yours and you can use it and make money off of it. One of the things that comes up for flags is if it's destructive for the economy, right? Now they just made a reason why water-powered cars and all this stuff just can't be a thing. Because it's like, oh, it's destructive to an entire $1 billion thing. A lot of people lose their jobs. Like, I agree with that, but like, you know.
At the same time, we'll save the environment. You know, they're trying to save the environment, but then they're really not. You know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of a hypocrite because I do have a Tesla. You know, like I like my Tesla. It's powerful. It's fun to drive. It has self-driving. I'm charging my car if it's straight. You know. But at the same time, dude, like a hydrogen-powered car would be a lot smarter. I pour a cup of water in there and it can go across country and back. You know, it doesn't put any like waste into the world. As much as a Tesla's maybe better than a gas-powered car, which I really don't believe for sure because that lithium battery.
Yeah, that's like how you look at it, right?
Yeah, like the lithium battery, dude. If you drive a Tesla less than 100,000 miles, if you dispose of it, that lithium battery does more damage than any like gasoline that's getting blown out in the air. Like it's not like a help to the environment. It's a money making machine. Hydrogen powered cars, they'll lose the money off of gas, which oil is some of the most expensive shit these days, and the deep studies definitely are all wrinkled up in that, you know, like in the whole oil business. So like that's a big thing that they don't want to drop. So that's the thing. But now slowly like electric cars are becoming more and more and more, you know what I mean? So I feel like all of these guys are just slowly switching over to electrical cars, you know. It's just like another business that's kind of just blowing up right now.
I'm gonna give you possible insight because my dad's I don't know to say what he is, but he's got some views and
some connections.
Well, not connections, but he's got a good he's got a good look on what's going on in that sector of the world because that's like what he kind of in. I don't want to be too specific because it's just outs him, but he says that there's very very high investments going out towards hydrogen. Not like hydrogen powered in terms of like water, but they figure out a way to turn like CO2, greenhouse gases and shit like that into hydrogen.
That's crazy.
And so they're like trying to figure out because now that basically
take that
re-involves
the system.
Warming right? That's what they're trying to focus on. Now they got a better fucking argument.
They can make money off of that. It's all about money, dude.
And it goes right back into the system too. And they say that the technology that they've been developing is able to like the biggest thing with electric cars has been one of the biggest downfalls, or not downfalls. One of the reasons we haven't really switched that hard is because just as recently have we got to be able to do like diesel like truck type level cargos and boats and planes and stuff. I think they just got like a year ago or something that could do it. I don't know how efficient it was, but I saw there was an article.
Yeah.
But they were like this hydrogen technology can can do all of it and be pretty efficient, even possibly higher than gas. So.
Yeah, I believe that 100%, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, hydrogen, in my opinion, dude, would just be a move, dude. If hydrogen cars would come out, I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably switch to that.
Yeah.
I'll pour a cup of water, like just like some hydrogen in my whip, dude, and they go so far. I mean, there was literally a hydrogen powered car that they had. Like somebody made that, like in the 19.
Didn't
I don't
the
know.
guy got killed, dude? Didn't the guy
Dude,
who
there's
made that
multiple
car
people
get
throughout.
killed?
There's multiple people throughout history who've made that water powered cars.
And they went
There's a
across
dude who
country
made,
back. Most
yeah.
this one guy literally went from I don't know where exactly, but New York, all the way to LA and all the way back. Put a cup of water in his shit, dude. Like how crazy is that? You know what I mean?
Dude, because it's basically fucking. It's like one of the safest nuclear like reactions that you can use to power a car, dude. You just like, and it's like having like a thing that you can see.
A hydrogen bomb, for example, is the most destructive bomb. Way worse than a nuclear bomb, bro. Nuclear bomb, yes, leaves that like that atomic radiation. You know what I mean? But the hydrogen bomb is just 1,000 times more destructive. There's so much power in hydrogen. Rockets, which literally like rockets are powered by hydrogen, bro.
Yeah.
Rockets, bro, are powered by hydrogen.
Yeah.
That's how they like get up into the freaking like into space, bro. Crazy as that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What do you think about that, bro?
Nah, dude, I mean, yeah.
But I think. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I've heard stuff like that in the past about the water powered cars, and then I heard some dude like figured out how to like make his car powered off of vegetable oil too. And like that dude also, I'm pretty sure went missing. Just cause like even like you're saying, dude, vegetable oil is way better than those batteries or gasoline, and so it's just wild. I've been kind of on it for a while, dude. I just always think, dude, that nothing's gonna change, dude. I think you're low key better off just shutting up and taking your like. I mean, obviously, you know, like the Teslas are fun to drive and shit, but like I just think you're better off just taking the gas route because that's just the way it's gonna be, dude. That's just how it's gonna be, dude.
There actually is even there's technologies out there that makes like gas cars like 10 times more like efficient. That's another thing that's like one of the call it a conspiracy, but it's fucking monkey out there you can find. But there's like technology that you can put in your car if you're smart enough that literally burns gasoline at a higher efficiency where you get more out of
that coal in the car.
That'd be sick, right? Just like a steam fucking car.
Like a little fucking like a
Dude,
train,
you get more yield per whatever liquid metric you want to use.
Yeah.
But they're like, well, I mean, if we just decrease that, then people are buying more gas.
Exactly. Dude, the money, bro.
We should actually.
What's the perfect level of usage versus efficient? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then think about that. What's the profit yield?
Dude, we should actually come out with a car. We won't make it hydrogen powered, or then we'll probably get off. But let's make a car. Let's make a car.
If we even think about it, we'll probably get hooked off.
Let's make a car for the real environmentalists out there. Coal powered. Just have that pretty so
It's a bunch of cars.
yeah, can you imagine, dude? Like some dudes just
you
like
sell it, bro. You get a
car.
workout in while you're driving your car.
Yeah, can you turn the AC up?
Dude, what if like I always thought, you know what would be really
oven
funny?
is open. Once I close it up.
You know those like the coal cars where people go up and down. You get a whole town, dude, that went around in those things, dude. I thought that'd be great.
I thought it'd be sick if you could like have a town where you could just make it where you like travel between all this stuff on it. You just get on one and go.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of fun, right?
That would be lit, bro. Honestly.
What if instead of buses we had roller coasters? That take us to places.
I feel like I can't really do that, what I mean? But just,
I've always had like a pretty crazy thought that if you want
it's
to fix,
a stupid thought.
fix
But
the
That's
school,
kind of lit though, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm finna take the Superman coaster all the way to the freaking
I'm taking the Superman coaster from Brooklyn to Manhattan. I'll be there in 20 minutes.
How turnt would you be, bro? For real, like, that would be lit.
So I always thought you could fix the school because I think it has a lot of problems, but I think you can fix it with like a bunch of like raised walkways, like just a bunch of walkways that connect, and you could like put like a fucking roller coaster or trolley like that's right along the side of it.
Yeah.
Honestly, bro.
We had a fucking huge investment, but like that'd be so sick.
Dude, I feel like they would make a lot of money off of that. Who would not want to go to a college, dude? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, if you go to school that does that shit.
A roller coaster, bro, like, and that has like stops, bro.
Yeah.
I would be turned. I would definitely.
It brings you to your house type beat. You know what I mean? Like you go up to the fucking, and then you like, ding, go all the way to the fucking your spot, and it's like 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Bro, that would be lit. Nobody would miss class or anything like
Facts,
that, bro.
dude. They're like, you have no excuse.
Like, seriously, bro, you got a roller coaster. Bro, that would incentivize people to get to class, bro. I would get out, after I went out the night before and got super fucked up, I want to ride a roller coaster, bro. I'll be fucking hungover and still gonna hit that roller coaster in the morning.
Bro, it's also just like fucking morning coffee, dude. Like you would just be like with your little backpack. They'd be like, backpacks have to be strapped in. You're like, okay, strapped in. And it's like, and you're just like, no coffee needed, bro. You hop on that coaster, you're like, God fucking damn, right?
I'm up like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's what it's called, dude. No coffee needed line, dude.
Yeah.
Oh God, bro.
Just the red line.
Hey, got a cup of coffee jokes.
Yeah, bud.
Nice mugs.
Did you say nice mugs?
Yeah.
You say that to Aaron?
Fuck, yeah, I forgot that other one. Never mind, dude.
Nice mugs is
the only one that I could remember.
Dude, we gotta get back on the coffee shop idea.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. We should
open up a steak and shake.
Yeah, dude. It's only 10 racks to open up the steak and shake.
We could all run a steak and shake.
We all
I
can do
don't
it.
want to work it though. If you can find the employees, it's not a bad idea.
I don't think it's that hard.
It's not.
Just like put it out on Indeed, you know what I mean?
Well, you guys can get motherfuckers that not like run to the ground.
I would
pay them a good enough amount of money, bro. And then you just run it right, you're gonna have a lot of customers to pay off, you know what I mean?
I would call in, actually, like, right, if I, like, either took over a Steak and Shake or there's a new Steak and Shake, I would just call in all the boys, dude, just for the first month. I'd be like, yeah, boys, you all have a part-time job at Steak and Shake for the next month, dude, just so I get off my feet.
That's, like, one to know, like, new business not new business, but one of the biggest, like new trends right now in terms of entrepreneurs. Just buying fucking, it's not really a trend, but
buying a franchise.
Or buying a business, buying already kind of built business.
Yeah. Everybody's trying to get an Airbnb business and shit.
Well, I mean, it's just less risk, less reward though too, but you know, like, I don't know, dude, you can make good money buying franchises and fucking just owning them, like, especially if you own like multiple, like if you get in, like, I know people who like, the people who get into owning the Chick-fil-A's, dude, they make a lot of fucking money.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's really hard to be able to own this.
Nah, you have to like suck some cock apparently to get that fucking Chick-fil-A under your name.
Amazing location too.
Yeah, like, and you have to literally have a perfect family that loves Jesus Christ too. Like, if you don't, you're gonna like get fucking.
You probably can't even drink any alcohol or anything like that.
But if I walked in there trying to get a Chick-fil-A,
church.
You got proof that you went to church every Sunday. You know?
Yeah.
Where's your church card?
Dude, we should make a picture of True Kathy on the cross.
I feel like Chick-fil-A, dude, in Georgia, it's really stupid to open them up, but if you go like to any other states, just like around where they don't have too many, like, it would be a smart investment, you know?
Dude, seriously, like, when I moved to Georgia from New York,
there's not a lot of Chick-fil-A.
I knew about Chick-fil-A because I lived in Texas, because it had been like a southern thing, and even then it's like kind of not a southern thing. But when I moved back to Georgia, and I was like, damn, dude, it's nice to have Chick-fil-A again. It's actually pretty good, not gonna lie. But most fast food is pretty good.
I think the thing about it is it's just like solid, dude.
Yeah.
They got one Chick-fil-A.
Every Chick-fil-A is kind of like good because they have this. Not my bad for cutting off. But every Chick-fil-A all across country, every single one, bro, is pretty good because they have
you're getting the same food every single time.
I swear because like they have that law, bro, that you can't like everybody who buys a Chick-fil-A, they have to go by their rules. They can't make their own rules up. Nice. You have different McDonald's. Some of the McDonald's have like actually pretty fucking good food, dude. Mm-hmm. Then you go to other ones where it's just trash, bro. Yeah. That's because like if you buy McDonald's, you own all of it. You can make up the rules and everything. But with Chick-fil-A's, you have to go by their rule book everywhere. So you can, I think like, I don't know how much margin you make, but essentially you gotta literally do exactly everything that they say. Every Chick-fil-A franchise is run the exact same way. So that makes a big difference.
Yeah, well, you want to know, it might be true that McDonald's runs a bunch of different shit depending on location, dude, but I heard one thing about McDonald's I actually believe this.
Okay.
That I actually believe this, dude. So I heard that they account for ice melt in their drinks. That's why McDonald's drinks are like, yo, dude, this is a good ass Coca-Cola. Like everyone's always said, like McDonald's soda, they put a bunch of that syrup in there more than normal to account for the ice melting, dude. And like, I guess they have but like every single restaurant that like has those like Coca-Cola machines can do their own mix. Like you can mix it however you want, dude. So that's why some restaurants the Coke tastes different because you like if you own that franchise. Unlike Chick-fil-A though, but
they also
most franchises you can fuck around with it and see what tastes good.
But McDonald's actually does get a different recipe of like a slightly different recipe of Coca-Cola than other locations.
Oh, for real?
And they're the only place that gets the you guys. There's like fucking 10 minutes left too. But fucking, they're the only one that gets sent the what do you call them? The barrels. McDonald's only gets the fucking kegs.
That's what I was thinking of. Yeah, you're right.
Every other place gets the boxes.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. They're the McDonald's. Any McDonald's is the only place that can sell Coca-Cola with kegs, barrels. Yeah.
Wow, I think they just have a different contract than any other.
Oh, they do.
They do. Yeah.
In their contract that you can't do that. You can't sell it to anybody else.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so they have to sell boxes every other.
McDonald's is McDonald's the oldest fast food restaurant in America?
I don't think so.
It's so old though, right? Like,
it's one of the oldest ones, but I think
Technically, I think
pizza places are low key older than.
Papa John's had so many different names, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I think technically Gunther's is older than McDonald's.
I think also I think Gunther's shoes.
I would love Gunther's.
Dude.
I might stop and get Gunther's on my way down to Peaches.
Where's Gunther's in fucking Atlanta?
So there's one.
There's a bunch. There's one up here, bro.
Hold on. I'm trying to think. Okay, so if you take, which is off 285, you'll pass like an exit that has Gunther's right off of it. It's like a little down the road once you get off. It's a hood ass fucking stop, dude. It's like, don't just get your Gunther's and leave. But fucking, it's.
Dude,
it's
that's like Cookout in Riverdale.
Yeah.
And you go to like 2-3 in the morning. You're like, just get the Cookout guy, dude.
That's a good guy.
Yeah, when you go at 2, bro, you're like.
I went to the Riverdale fucking Cookout one time at like 4 in the morning after a Tyler the Creator concert. I was sitting there. And 2 homeless dudes like got into it in the parking lot, dude. It was fucking great, dude. And then you know that, dude.
That's like movie theater.
Yeah, UFC, right?
So, dude, you don't need your phone or your tablet to watch anything. You just
Dude, Clayco's like just fucked. Like Clayco's like the one city. If like you like the one part of Atlanta, I'll say if you just stay, and I guess you could kind of say this about MLK too if you stay on MLK. But like if you go down fucking. I forget exactly what road that is. That one road that just takes you straight through Clayton County. If 85. You take that road, is it 85?
Yeah.
Okay, it might be 85. But I don't think it's.
It's 85.
Is it really?
Yeah, because my like I'm like
you know the main
74, 85.
No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that road that takes you right down like through Clayco and Riverdale, if you fucking go down that road every single day for like a month, dude, you'll see like some crazy shit. You'll see wrecks, dude. And not only that, dude.
See bus, dude, at gas stations.
Yeah. Bus at gas stations is actually very popular, dude. Like one time I just saw like I don't know why I'm laughing about this, but I was like driving down and like because I could just picture I knew exactly what happened just by seeing this one thing. Yeah. There was a title like a cash checking place, you know, like where people could like take their checks and they take a cut and they just cash it for you if you don't have a bank or some shit. It's like a little greasy. So like
take a little more out of it.
yeah, right. Yeah. And they'll just give it to you in cash. They basically like buy your check off you and then cash it themselves and make profit. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I'm not quite sure. But, you know, I've taken my friend to this exact same place because he would get, like he was a veteran, so he would get the fucking checks from the military. And he would take it there because his bank was weird about him. And, but then, like, you know, so, like, I was going down and I passed that place and, like, there was, like, 4, like, body bags on the ground, like, of people who got shot. And I'm just like, literally, dude, some motherfuckers waited outside to get some motherfucker just cash the big check and rob them. And then it just resulted in a gunfight, dude. And then, like, everyone got blasted, dude. And, yeah, dude, there's, like, 3 or 4 body bags. I'm like, holy shit, dude. Like, that place is just, like, a fucking movie, bro. That Clayco is, like, the one place, like, you know, like, you go into some of these areas that are, like, bad in Atlanta. Like, you do see crazy shit, don't get me wrong, but you kind of have to be at the right place, right time type of thing to, like, see that shit. But, like, Clayton County is, like, the one place that, like, almost every single time I've gone in there, like, there's just some weird, crazy shit going on.
Dude, it's also because, like, a lot of people, like, if you listen to any rappers, bro, a lot of people go to Clayco. And just, like people from all around Atlanta, they go to Clayco to do shit in Clayco. Like, there's just, like, a lot of connections are in Clayco.
Importing it.
Yeah, like, a lot of connections are in Clayco, bro. A lot of shit. Yeah. Just, like, super confusing because, like, you could do it in Atlanta here. here and there, but certain areas are just kind of known for the way they are.
Yeah.
Clayco's like mixed because Clayco is really not. It's not like seen as one of the worst areas necessarily.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I was literally about to say, I was making a joke. I was like, if this was ever to fucking go viral, like people would be like, East Point, fucking Stone.
Yeah, Zone 6, yeah.
Like, you don't know shit, kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for real.
Dude, well, shit, yeah, I've spent time in Zone 6 too at barber school, you know? Like, I'd say
East Point is fucking college owned out as fuck though.
East Point's the worst?
Yeah, I'd say East Point owned out as fucked.
I would say, yeah. I mean, dude, no. I'm not saying, dude, there's not places in Atlanta, dude, like, especially, like, on Memorial Drive, dude, like, on the east side, or, like, in like, the 1-5, as, like, Young Mall calls it, you know. I forget, I think it's called, like, Candler Road or something, Candler Road. But, like, dude, there's some, like, roads and, like, little, small areas in Atlanta that are ultra fucked, and you need to stay the fuck out of there. Like, don't get me wrong, but, like, I'm just saying, like, Clayton County is, like, the biggest fucking one of those places. Like, it is, like, just, it's like a big ass, it's like a city, dude.
Like, you also wouldn't expect it to be like that.
Yeah, and you wouldn't expect it. And it's pretty diverse, you know, you're driving down that road, and, like, you see, like, some people from the suburbs going to Atlanta, blah, blah, blah. But it's just, like, dude, like, we all really know what goes down in Clayton County, dude.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just, like...
Hector Hill was sheriff, all that good stuff, too.
Yeah, that's also just, like, another, that's, like...
Do you feel, I'm just getting from the conversation, but do you feel like there's a difference between, like, East Atlanta and then like West Atlanta? Because I'm like sitting here thinking, I'm like West Atlanta for me kind of feels like it's like a lot more, I hate to say it like this, but like a lot more foreign people, not as much as like, I want to say harder. And then like, I feel like super hipster.
Yeah, well, dude, I'll say, dude, dude, fucking, do you know who lives like almost like in zone, it's like technically Zone 6, it's fucking, it's like, oh, I'm not gonna say names, but I got some friends that are, you know, similar upbringing as me. They moved into a spot near, like, in Zone 6, like in, like, you know, like, in East Atlanta, and dude, it's like I go over there a good bit, dude, and like I realize like some of these spots that like were so notorious in East Atlanta, dude, are getting so redone and rebuilt and like gentrified.
It's like Compton, bro.
And Compton, in a way, and like, dude, honestly, I think more fuck shit honestly goes on in the West End now than the East Side, dude. I think West Side is honestly like the West End is like bad, dude.
It's because like you get so famous and music and all that stuff as well. Like I feel like there's like the cops literally like understand now where it's really going down, so they put a lot more excessive force towards those areas. You know what I mean? And then like the crime just moves into a different area. That's what I think about that.
I honestly just also think like, dude, like I worked in the West, like on the West side of Atlanta for a bit, dude, and I like got in, you know, like there's always some shit, don't get me wrong, but like, dude, it really wasn't like you're safe, dude. You just like, you walk down the street, you keep to yourself, bro, you don't cause any problems, bro, you're fine, dude. So, like, and I think that's the thing about it, like people get like misjudge about Atlanta is like you're just gonna be walking down the street and some thugs are gonna walk up to you, and it's just like, nah, dude, it really, in my personal opinion, and I guess like I don't know if the tattoos help me like or some shit or whatever, but like dude, I've also had friends though that have gotten like robbed in Atlanta, but that's because they didn't stick to themselves and they fucking like low key deserve to get robbed. They said some shit and then it's like, dude, you're not in a place to you're not in your like area to be able to like just say shit to people, dude. Like, so like they kind of in a sense, dude, deserve some bad shit to happen to them. They gotta learn their lesson. But like if you dude, like if you stick to yourself, dude, I've seriously never gotten robbed in Atlanta, never gotten really pressed like that or anything, dude. It's honestly like people are actually kind of nice.
I took an Uber once and I was in a conversation with the Uber driver and I was like, basically kind of conversation like, I don't feel like Atlanta's like that bad. What do you feel? And they're like, I feel like Atlanta has its bad parts, but I think what's different about Atlanta than most places, and I don't know for sure because I haven't really explored too heavily to know this for sure, but he brought the point that like Atlanta is kind of like a block by block city.
Yeah, literally.
Like you can drive like fucking like 10 minutes and then this whole area is pretty bad and drive 10 more minutes and be like, this is really nice. Like 10 more minutes and it's just like.
Dude, a lot of freaking rich people that come to Atlanta that like want to remodel the neighborhoods down and all that good stuff, they'll move into here thinking like, oh yeah, this city's like, this part's getting remodeled. They walk their dog right around the corner in the street, you know what I mean? Walk their dog, bro. Then they're just in the hood, you know what I mean? And that's the thing about Atlanta, bro. You really don't, you gotta really, really know the city well to be able to be straight there. And that's like the reason why a lot of us, for example, we think Atlanta, like, it's not that bad, you know what I mean? People from other cities, though, which I had some friends that came here from Cali, went to Buckhead, bro, went to party there, dude. he like did some like kind of some shit that he would do out in Cali, because not gonna say like anything like certain like people, they'll come to a different city, they just want to party, they want to live it up, so they kind of let loose and they speak their way, they don't give a shit, basically.
Yeah,
like
no one knows me here.
No one knows me here, so I'm gonna just let loose. I'm not gonna give a fuck. Like, I think this guy kind of thought he's from LA, like he's kind of like he's hard and shit. So he comes here, bro, and he just fucking like gets into it with like some girl or something like that. And the girl literally leads him like around a corner, bro. And motherfucker got pistol whipped and robbed, bro. Like stripped to the bone, bro. You know what I mean?
Girls, bro. Atlanta girls. They're different. They're
Yeah,
different, bro.
they set
They're
you up.
different, bro.
Dude, yeah,
Different.
dude, I've actually like heard a shit ton of Mona Lisa stories, dude.
It's like when somebody else from another city comes here, bro, just to get to the bottom of it. When somebody from another city comes over here, bro, they don't know the city like us. They don't know how to act. If you know how to act here, bro, how to like do it, then you're straight. But if you do not know how to act in the city, bro, you gonna see, bro. Like, dude, that's really how
honestly,
I think about that shit.
In simple ways, in a simple like way of saying it, if you don't get involved with the wrong crowd, I think we all know what you mean by that. So
you talking about G-Shine?
Huh?
You talking about G-Shine?
Talking about becoming a fucking Poller or whatever.
No,
but if you stay out of the wrong crowds, dude, or I'm not saying the wrong, but the more risky lifestyle crowds. Dude, like, and you just stick to your business and do your thing and be smart. Don't carry a bunch of cash on you. Don't wear a bunch of flashy jewelry or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Fucking be a normal human being, bro. You're not gonna have any problems in Atlanta. Go enjoy Piedmont Park. Go fucking drive around the city. Fucking give a homeless man a cigarette. Homeless people actually are like kind of nice. They're fucked up. They're crazy crackheads, but they're like actually really nice. I've never really had.
I think because we kind of have to be.
Dude, can I just tell a quick little homeless guy story?
You're good, but then we have to wrap this up.
Okay, I'll make it quick, dude. So, me and my friend were at this gas station, and so we're like sitting there, and we just got done with work, so we're like, I forgot exactly what we're doing, but we just went to the gas station and like get sodas and fucking cigarettes and shit to candy, go home, and we're like sitting in the car just taking a beat, and this homeless dude walks up to us, and we're like, fucking Christ. And so he like walks up and our windows are up and he's like knocking on the fucking window. We're the only car at the gas station.
Like for
so,
at night, yeah.
So yeah, my friend rolls down the window and just fucking holds his gun. He's like, bro, what's going on, bro? Like, what are you doing? And he's just like, he was just like, you guys got weed? And we're just like, no, bro, we don't got fucking weed, bro. Like, and he's like, I got $1. I'm just like, we're like, no, bro, we don't have a fucking $1. And I like gave him a cigarette, and then he's just like still standing there, and we're like, me and my friend are looking at each other, and then he like keeps pressing, keeps trying to get more shit out of us. And then my friend's just like, bro, like, I'm like, he said some shit of like to the extent of like, yo, bro, if you don't back off, like, I might have to use this thing, dude, like, get the fuck away from me. Yeah. And he was like, oh, you could shoot me if you just give me some of that good Mary Jane, like, I'll die right here as long as I get to take some Mary Jane with me, dude. Like, it was fucking like so funny, bro. He didn't give a fuck about being shot, dude. He would have stood right there and got stabbed, bro. Like, he just wanted weed, bro. That's all he cared about.
You know what he
I was probably an old head, bro.
No, dude, like,
he
literally was just like, shoot me, motherfucker. Like, I just want some good Mary Jane. Like, we're just like, bro, we don't have fucking weed, bro. Get along.
Nothing to lose, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Like, dude, they're not gonna they might annoy, like, the homeless community in Atlanta might annoy you a little bit, but like every homeless community is gonna slightly annoy you. But it's like, dude, they're not any people to like be worried about. You see people like down the street, you like walk to the other side. It's like, nah, dude, they're like, they're chill. They're chill.
Maybe Atlanta homeless people.
That's what I'm saying, yeah, Atlanta homeless people. They're a good, actually, community. They're very, yeah.
I've heard a lot about New York crackheads.
Yeah, dude, I've heard, and I saw, what city was it, dude? It was, like, Seattle or something, dude, like, and it's just, like, a different type of, like, homeless.
I think it's the drug, it just takes
it's like when there's, like, a really big, like, the homeless community in Atlanta is just so big, and it's just, like, some people that are just really down on their luck, dude, and, like, that are just broke, dude, and, like, that's, like, how a lot of them are, and then, like, I've met a lot of homeless people in Atlanta, dude, that don't, like, they're obviously not on drugs, dude, that are just, like, having a bad part of their life, dude. So
Fucking comedy, dude.
yeah. So
Alright, guys, I'm gonna wrap this shit up. Do you want to say what's up, or maybe tag yourself or something? I don't know, dude. Maybe say what's going on in your projects in life, or join some company that you possibly.
Yeah, so pest control, we're active environmental. If any of you guys are interested into a job, just
Shout out, dude.
My Instagram is Samuel White, SW63, SAMUEL WHITE SW63. Blow my ass up and hit me up, man.
I'm gonna put that up above his fucking head.
That's it, man. If any of you guys need to sell pest control, need to make some extra money, if you think you're a good people's person, you know how to talk to people, let me know. I got you. It's a good experience. You know, you're gonna learn how to talk to people, how to like just bring your point across. You'd love it, and you're making good money, good amount of money. So,
good enough amount of money.
Good enough amount of money.
Man got Tesla with his money.
Yeah, got a
Drives a Tesla. I drive a dented up Lexus.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the money to do it. But it's good being here again. Always love it. Always love talking. Shout out fucking Shoddy coming back from New Mexico.
Facts, dude.
That's
you know,
Mama.
You get a little ornery at home, dude?
Yeah, a little bit, dude. I'm fucking
stubborn. You a little ornery, dude?
Dude, I'm actually, going to the place I gotta go to, but I'm excited to go see my mom and see my girl tomorrow, so shout out both of them. Y'all have a good day. Just like I'm about to have a good day. Be like me. Yeah.
Thanks, dude. Shout out to Bud, dude. It's always great, dude.
Yeah, shout out Bud.
Alright, boys.
Peace.
Shiny, plastic, black mirror fascist, obsessed capitalist. Are you feeling guilty Catholic? Pretty, picturesque Facebook status. Happy family and happy marriage, like the magazine pages. Superimposed with Photoshop and happy faces. Where cancer doesn't exist and your daddy lives for 8